Hi everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. And today I have a very fun, quick and easy card set and matching envelopes to share with you using Hero Arts products. So for this, I'm using two of my favorite 2022 holiday catalog release products, which is the Holly Berry Stampin' Cut and the Christmas Bulbs Infinity Dies. And we're going to pair that with the Snowflake Stencil, which my poor Snowflake Stencil has been used and abused because I love this as well. So maybe I should say we're actually using three of my favorites from the release. I am going to temporarily adhere a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch panel of white Nina 110 pound weight cardstock to my Snowflake stencil from Hero Arts, and using Hero Arts Reactive inks, we're going to do a rainbow border. I absolutely love these circular shaped stencils from Hero Arts, and I also am a huge fan of the Skittle colors of the Reactive inks. Now you could very easily use your favorite Distress or Distress Oxides or any other ink that you like. And I am going to go around the perimeter of this design, inking up the snowflakes. Now, I'm only going to show inking one of these because the process is the same for each and every background, no matter how many of these that you're making. I'm actually making 4 of these with coordinating envelopes. This was a giveaway, part of the Hero Holiday Stamp Along that we just had. It was a paid event, I guess, if you will, here for Hero Arts, and it was super fun. But they had an auction raising money for Hurricane Ian, and I gave away a marker zipper bag as well as this card set. But I'm going to be making another one for myself, another set of these, because it is so quick and easy. And you could do this in any color. Even if you wanted to do something more monochromatic, that would be amazing as well. Look how beautiful that looks. And just like that, I have 4 backgrounds. Next, I'm going to take 4 white envelopes, and I didn't clean my stencil. You could if you wanted to, but because the envelope is not exactly the same size, what I'm doing is I'm kind of just inking that left side, and I'm doing a really light inking. It doesn't have to be super precise or anything like that, and I am just using the colors that are over here in this corner, and you can see that they kind of fade out as they go towards the right. I like that. I think it looks really pretty. This is a very fast way to create coordinating stenciled envelopes, or just to create envelopes, if you will. I have talked a lot about envelope making over the last 18 to 24 months, I would say, and just how impressive it looks to be able to give a coordinating card in envelope. When it comes to you in the mail, it's so super pretty. Just a really fabulous way to kind of make the set look super, super beautiful, I guess. Next, I did die cut off camera 4 of the bulb ornaments from the Bulb Ornament Infinity Dies. This is the second largest. And I die cut these from Audrey Blue. I think Audrey Blue cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. If not, it's Mermaid from Lawn Fawn. I will have this specific one down in the description below. Either way, I picked a really pretty pool color. Next, I'm going to prep the bulb ornaments with my powder tool, and you can see I picked a sentiment from the Snowflake Messages stamp set that says Merry Christmas, and I am going to stamp with clear embossing ink on my ornament for each one of these. Now, there are other sentiments in this set that you could definitely switch. I was, of course, doing mass producing and trying to see how quickly I could really finish a set of cards. And so I went ahead and just did the same one. But excuse me, I think that Happy Holidays would also be pretty on here, or Fill Your Heart with Joy. A couple of the others really work best when paired with other sentiments from the set. So you could always stamp May the Spirit of Christmas on this, and inside your card, you could stamp Fill Your Heart with Joy. Or you could stamp Wishing You on the ornament, and on the inside of your card, stamp all the best. That's kind of how I would go about that. Now, after I've stamped and embossed these, I am taking some blue raspberry ink and I'm going to ink up the edges of this colored cardstock to give it a little bit more depth and dimension and make it a little less flat. This is going to be embossed resist. I do want to make sure to buff away any ink sitting on top of the embossed area when I'm finished, and I'm going to do this for all 4 ornaments. Now, my favorite thing to do with these ornaments to really give them the look of ornaments is to die cut the ornament again from either a glitter cardstock, a metallic cardstock, something that's going to give a contrast, because the ornament topper is not a separate piece. Now, there is a way to save cardstock when you're doing this, and I highly recommend, because you're using a specialty cardstock more than likely for the top of your ornament, go ahead and just die cut it off the edge of the ornament so that you don't die cut the whole thing. In this case, I am going to do some silver metallic cardstock. You can see I only die cut a portion, and I am going to trim away all of that excess. Go ahead and pitch that and then glue the silver to the top of the ornament. It just gives it the most perfect finished look. I'm going to use liquid adhesive to do all of this. In the Holly Berry Stampin' Cut, there is also the cutest little bow that you could very easily add to the top of this. I decided to go a little simpler and I'm not going to add anything. I'm using it more like an ornament tucked into greenery with the snowflake background, which you'll see here in a minute. But that is just another idea, or you can always take some string, twine, ribbon, and thread it through and tie it into the top of your ornament if you want. So here are my snowflake backgrounds and my ornaments, and next I am going to take foam adhesive and I am going to pop my ornaments up in the center of my card. And I am doing this first because I am going to tuck my greenery around and on top of this. This is a very similar look to several other cards I've made, but I really, really like how it turns out. And you will notice when I stamped Merry Christmas, I stamped it straight, but my ornament is tipped. And I did this because when I'm looking at the card, I really do want to see the ornament straight. Even though I like the ornament tipped at an angle, I just really didn't feel like I wanted my sentiment to be tipped. From some Kiwi and Meadow Hero Arts cardstock, I did die cut a couple of the greenery pieces from the Holly Berry Stampin' Cut. This is just one of my very, very favorites. And you'll notice I trimmed away like most of the leaves along the right side of the large branch. That's because I've already adhered my piece to my card background with foam adhesive, and it's going to fit a lot better. I'm also taking Copic markers in G24 and 28 and adding some texture to the leaves to really draw interest. Very, very quick and easy. Then I'm going to take the larger one and place that along the left side under the edge. And because I've trimmed away those extra leaves, I don't have to worry about trying to hide them under the ornament or anything like that. And I also found that cutting off the bottom of that branch really made it fit better with my design. Don't be afraid to alter your die cuts, especially when you're not going to see portions of it. I didn't color the berry part because my favorite thing to do is to take some pretty pink posh cherry red pearls and add those to the design. The smaller branch I'm going to tuck on top of my ornament so that it really looks like the ornament is tucked inside. And the final thing we're going to do for each card is take red pearls, like the medium or large size for the berries and the teeny tiny for decorating our ornament. And we're going to add those to our card. The little dab of glue underneath Merry Christmas, well, you guys guessed it, my card definitely needs a heart. I'm going to take a white Tic Tac jelly heart from Trinity Stamps and pop that right underneath the sentiment. It's going to tie in beautifully with the white embossing and finish off our card design. I'll trim away any of the excess leaves hanging off the edge and pop these panels on white top fold card bases. Thank you so much for joining me today for this quick set of rainbow Snowflakes stenciled holiday cards featuring Hero Arts stamps and dies. The supplies I use to create my cards are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my incredible Patreon members. If you would like to become a member of Patreon, please click the link in the description below. We would love to see you over there as part of our growing community. Here is another video featuring Hero Arts that you might be interested in. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to always be notified when I have a new card making or paper crafting video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.